Hello bookwormers, and welcome to another episode of Smooth's Book Review. This week a bit of a departure from People magazine and a release from a new writer, Michael Dixon, Everyday Creative, a dangerous guide to making magic at work. Now, I've been sitting here for about 2 hours trying to review this book with limited success. One being that I can't string 2 words together, and the other that I haven't actually read the book. But when the request came through from the author to buy the book, he didn't talk about reading it, he just talked about buying it and reviewing it. So I don't usually like to say prices on the purchase of books because it can change, but at the time of making this video, which is the same week that the book was released, first week in July 2020, I bought it from Booktopia for $24.25 as an e-book, so it's not a hard copy. And I just want to point out that this book was not sent to me. I paid for the book. The book is not sponsoring this video, and therefore you can trust that I will be completely honest in my thoughts about the book, even though I haven't read the book. At 248 pages, it's a relatively quick read. And what Michael does in this book is talks about how everybody claims to value creativity, and how businesses are clamoring for innovation and new ideas, but in reality, Michael suggests that most of us feel stifled in the workplace, and that is because of the business practices, the formula that businesses seem to continue to go unchallenged. And Michael explains in this climate that there's no real room for originality, and that it takes a heroic act to reclaim our spirit and to give our full selves in the workplace. And in everyday culture, Michael explains how the reasons why perhaps we are held back, why we do hold ourselves back in the workplace, and how we can, going forward, look to reclaim our creative and beautiful self. And Dixon challenges the reader that there's that we're hindered by the thought that creativity does not actually belong in the boardroom. Dixon explains that this is a mistake, and that the growth of business, the fundamental growth of business, is dependent on our creativity and a sense of our own personal fulfillment. The author also purports that in this digital era, it is essential that we tap into the sensibilities of our own creativity, both for personal reasons and for the business team as a whole. I think Dixon clearly shows that by shaking things up in the workplace, it can give us a business advantage and be a driver of success. So in short, Everyday Creative is about creative leadership and seeking, nurturing, and liberating the creative mind in our workplace. Who's this book for? Well, anybody looking to unleash the creativity in themselves. I think the people that would be most interested in this sort of a read would be people who have also read other classics, such as The Buddha and the Badass, Leading Challenge, and Personality Isn't Permanent. I thoroughly enjoyed the read. It can be found at Booktopia, Amazon, Dymix. Prices, as I say, range between about $24 for the ebook edition and $30 for a hard copy. Great read, highly recommended, and that's why I'm awarding it the highest score ever on this channel, with 4 very old and tarnished TV Week awards. We'll catch you next week.